Hi, this is a summary of a presentation that was made by Mrs. Carrie Burse, the Registrar of SC4. She's also the Director of Veteran Services at St. Clair County Community College. She made this presentation on day one of the orientation for new students. And she clearly made it known that they're glad, the folks at SC4 are very glad that middle college students are attending the campus. This is our ninth year of new students on campus, so almost 10 years in, and the students do very well, and the faculty and everyone is glad that you are here at SC4 and you make up a big part of their student body. Mrs. Burst talked about several important dates that I'll list in just a little bit, but she also made the point to say that it's your responsibility to understand and follow the deadlines. Unlike high school, there's no, you're not going to come in every day and hear the morning announcements or get handouts, from the school during fourth period or your last period class or whatever. It's up to you to know when the deadlines are for doing various things, whether it's in your class for an assignment or for things like registration at the college, or deadlines to make changes and so on. The consequences for missing deadlines can be very significant and can affect your ability to actually finish your program or do well in a class. So it's important that you take on that responsibility of knowing when things are coming up that you need to do. We will send emails. I say we being the Blue Water Middle College Academy folks will send emails and notifications. The college will put notifications of these deadlines on what's called your portal, which you will learn about how to log into that as part of the orientation. And so you'll see news and announcements there, and they will email some things, but they don't email a whole lot. Okay, so here are some of the dates she was talking about. Obviously, the first day of fall semester is important, and that is Monday, August 19th. I'm recording this on Wednesday, the day after our orientations ended, August 14th. And many of you will be viewing this summary on Thursday, I believe. But anyway, so Monday, August 19th is the first day of classes at SC4. So make sure that you are there. Get there early so you can find your classroom and get settled in before the official start time. You have 1 week during a semester to decide whether or not you want to stay in that class. And so the next bullet says the drop add late registration deadline for 16-week fall classes, and that's like most of yours, is Friday, August 23rd. So you have basically just 5 days, 1 or 2 class sessions. If something is really not right, it just doesn't seem like the class you thought it was, and you just really don't think it's what you want, let one of the middle college staff members know as soon as possible. Do not wait until Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday because any changes in your schedule have to be made by Friday the 23rd. After that, you cannot make changes in your schedule, and you have to stick with the classes that you are in. And that's okay. Most of you you're in good classes that you need, and it should not be too difficult for you. One of the reasons not to consider making changes is that often there are not good options at this time of the year. With classes underway, there may or may not be a section that you can get into that you would like that would work with your schedule. So really the recommendation is stick with the classes you have, but if there's some reason you really want to get out of a class or switch a class, we can help that happen, but you have to be in touch with a middle college staff member. Okay. The next regular bullet, it says fall semester early alert grades are posted Monday, September 30th. So after 6 weeks of courses, or 6 weeks of class, the college instructors are required to post an early alert grade, kind of like a midterm grade, in your portal where you can access it and see, if I was to get a grade right now, this is what it would be. If you do not do well in your courses at early alert grade time, let's say your grade is a C minus or a D plus or D minus or worse, we will reach out and get in touch with you and offer help because you still have 10 weeks to go. That's why they call it early alert. So you'll know where you stand in the class and you can get help because there's still 10 weeks to go in this semester. So if you're doing okay in that class, you're getting a C or better, we will not contact you. It's just up to you to check your grade and make sure it matches what you think you're getting in that class. Winter registration opens on Monday, November 4th. Between now and then, we will talk to all our new students about the requirements they need for the degree that they want, so you know what classes to choose. We'll show you how to search for sections that fit with your schedule, and you can get everything all set up so on midnight on Monday, November 4th, in the wee hours of the morning, you can actually register if you'd like to. You don't have to get up in the middle of the night to click and register, but you can if you want to make sure you get the classes that you want. And then finally, Mrs. Burst talked about the end of the semester, and that will be Friday, December 13th. That's the last day of the semester, the last day of finals week, which is the 9th through the 13th. So you have a pretty good long winter break before you come back for class in January for the winter semester. Okay? So all these dates can be found. Usually they'll be in your syllabus for each class, and also if you go to, as it says on the slide, sc4.edu, click under the admissions tab, and then you'll see a link to academic calendar. Okay, so there's some information about dates. Mrs. Burst talked about the app that SC4 has. If you search on St. Clair, and I believe it's CCC, so St. Clair County Community College, in either the Apple or the, I guess it's Google App Store, you'll be able to download this app called Ellucian Go, and it has all kinds of great information. Once you log into that, then it will have your schedule, and you can access your grades and all these things that you can do on a regular computer. You can do it right on your phone. So that's a pretty cool app, and you might want to check that out. If you're having trouble finding it, let one of us know or talk to someone in the College Welcome Center, and they'll help you out. There are other ways to stay connected to SC4, and again, this is a presentation where Mrs. Burst was giving you an overview of the college. Definitely in the lower left side of the screen, if you can see the mouse moving there, that's a snapshot of your portal, or of a student's portal. This section, when you log in on a full-size computer or your Chromebook, will have announcements, news and announcements, so check that every day or two. And then you can access your email, which we will help you do during the orientation if you haven't already done that. So other ways through social media, they have a Facebook page, they have a Twitter account page, and basically it's at Follow SC4. I don't know if you can see it right here, but it's Follow SC4 is the way to get to SC4's Facebook and or Twitter page. Okay, so stay in touch. You will be taking a photo, if you haven't already, for your skipper's ID card. Every college or university you go to will have their students get an ID card, and it usually has the student's face on it so they can make sure whoever has the card is who they say they are. And as the slide says, this will serve as your student ID, your library card, allowing you to check out books and materials from the library, and can get you discounts at Port Huron stores and things like that. So you can learn more about it by going into the student resources section of your portal, and then click on the general information section, and you'll find out more about what your skipper's card can do for you. Okay. Class cancellations. All right, sometimes your instructors get sick, they can't make it to class, or for whatever reason, they may need to cancel your class. And again, it's not as easy as making an announcement, or at a high school, they would bring in a substitute and class would go on. But that doesn't happen in college. If your instructor cannot make it, they will likely cancel class. Now, some of you are driving 20, 30 or more miles to get to campus, so it's a good idea before you head out every day is just check to make sure your class isn't one of the ones that's canceled. It just takes a second. I believe you can do it through the St. Clair County app, through your portal. On that front page, they'll have a class cancellation section. So if you can log in, just check, scroll quickly. And there's also actually a phone number you can call if you're kind of old school. Just program that in, and I'm sure it doesn't take but a minute or two for them to list the classes that are canceled. Okay, it can save you a trip into campus if that's the only class you're coming in for. Some services on campus. You have access to all the services offered to full St. Clair County Community College students. So it doesn't matter that you're a middle college student or a high school student. You have access to all of these services. There's an academic advising department. We will talk to you about that in the weeks and months to come. You can speak with an SC4 academic advisor about your program of study. You can talk to them about transferring to another university. They're aware of what classes will or will not transfer and so on. So we will recommend that you access the academic advisors early and often. Definitely by 12th grade, if not sooner, you should be stopping in and making an appointment with an academic advisor there. We in the middle college can give you a lot of advising help, and after 9 years, we have a lot of knowledge, and we actually work with the SC4 advisors at times, but it's really important to touch base with the college advisor at SC4, no matter where you go in the future. The registration office is on the first floor of the Welcome Center. You'll see that desk there to your left, and that's the registration desk, and well, they can help you with a lot of things. But that has to do with enrolling for classes. In some cases, you have to stop there, and if you want to get a special permission to get into a class, and that's Mrs. Burst's department, the registrar's department, or the registration and enrollment department, so they're there. And then she also mentioned the financial aid department, which is also in the Welcome Center, also on the first floor. You guys really won't have any need for that until you get into your third year. Now, we still cover all the cost of tuition and books, but you want to start learning about how to apply for financial aid, because the next year you're going to be paying for college on your own. And the SC4 Financial Aid Department can give you information wherever you're going. It doesn't have to be just if you're returning to SC4 to take classes. They'll help you out. Okay, so more on that in grade 13. Mrs. Burst talked about campus safety and the campus patrol, which is SC4's safety department, if you will. And basically said, just be alert, be wise when you're on campus. Don't leave your materials unattended. SC4 really is a very safe campus. Again, we've had students going here for almost 10 years with few, if any, incidents. So, yeah, I think you're in pretty good shape, but it's still important to keep aware of your surroundings and so on. She recommended putting the campus patrol phone number into your phone, maybe just label it SC4 safety or something like that, and it is 810-989-5757, and they can help you out with a lot of things. If you look at the bottom of this slide, they'll say, they can help with a dead car battery, frozen door locks, you locked your keys inside the vehicle, you come out and you've got a flat tire, or you're out of gas. They can put a little gas in there. So they can help with all of those things. The campus patrol can also escort you to your car. If you have a night class or something is making you feel uncomfortable, you would call that number and you would just tell the person who answers that you would appreciate an escort to your car, and they'll ask where you are, and then basically they'll meet you there and can walk with you. And they'll, if there's a reason you're doing that, if there is a specific reason, they'll talk to you about that, and maybe they can help you solve that problem. Any other emergencies on campus, a medical emergency or anything you see that doesn't look right, and you want to get a police or a sheriff's car there as soon as possible, or an ambulance, dial 911. Okay, it is totally okay to dial 911. That gets you to the department outside of the college campus, but that may be exactly what you need to get on the way. They'll be in touch with each other, the two departments. So if in doubt, dial 911, but if you locked your keys in your car, don't dial 911, dial the SC4 Campus Patrol. Okay? Other services on campus, a little more fun stuff. The bookstore is located right next to the Blue Water Middle College Academy office, and they have all kinds of things in there. There's food, there's school spirit, dress, t-shirts, sweatshirts. There are, of course, materials for your classes, pens, pencils, notebooks, Scantrons, which are those little sheets of paper that you bubble in for computer-graded tests or assignments. She mentions blue books. You may have an instructor that wants you to write an essay for a test. They may require you to go buy a blue book, and they're not very expensive, but basically it's lined paper with a little cover, a paper cover on it, and everybody's looks the same. She recommended you go buy a pack of Scantrons for about $2.50 and maybe a couple of blue books and just tuck them in your book bag. That's not a bad idea. You can wait until the instructor alerts you that you'll need them, but it's nice to have them on hand. There is food on campus, and there's food not far, just off campus as well. The Bistro College Center Catering company, I guess, if you will, has a cafeteria line during and near the lunch hour where you can get everything from French fries to soup and things like that. There's also a college cart that will be located in the college center, that big atrium area, where you can get coffee and snacks and things like that. You have access to SC4's wonderful fitness center. It was just completed a couple years ago. Everything from a walking track to exercise equipment, and it's all free to you. You just have to show up the first time, show them your ID card. I think you may have to sign a waiver, but then you can use the facility as much as you want. There may be times when there's a special event going on, or the basketball team is practicing on the court or something like that, but otherwise you can use it if it's available. Okay, so some great resources to you as a college student. There are clubs that you can get involved with. Middle college students can get involved with all these clubs. There is something like the all the way at the bottom, Phi Theta Kappa is not something you can join on your own. You have to qualify. That's an honor society for colleges, community colleges. And if you meet the criteria, which is a 3.0 or B average after 12 credit hours, you will be invited to enroll in Phi Theta Kappa, which is really cool. The other ones, you can see the list there. You can join when you want. There's a link up there that you can read and type in, and you'll learn more about the clubs. And if you have questions about how to find out more, get in touch with the people who are in charge of it so they can tell you when the next meeting is. Don't hesitate to contact one of the middle college folks, and we'll help you out. Okay? A lot of our students participate in clubs. The honors program at SC4 is one where it can really be a good thing to have on your resume, or as you apply to colleges or universities, maybe as you apply to scholarships in the future. Basically, a student to get in the honors program has to meet some criteria, and many of you will meet that. One of the criteria are simply having a 3.0 or greater high school grade point average. We can then okay you for admission into the honors program. There are no special meetings for it, but to get to complete the honors program and get a degree like Mrs. Burst's diploma, I don't know if you can see it in the corner there, but it actually says it's that she graduated. She has an honors associate degree in business, and so it's a nice thing to be able to put on your resume. But you do have to take 4 of your approximately 18 classes over the next 3 years. 4 of them have to be honors courses, or with what's called an honors option, where the instructor knows that you're pursuing the honors level of that course, and he or she might have you do a little extra work because you're getting that honors designation. If you have questions about that, let us know. There's no cost to that, and if you don't finish all the honors coursework, it's not a problem. It's not going to indicate on your diploma that you tried but didn't do it. Okay? Mrs. Burst talked about this list of behaviors that are prohibited at the college campus. She did not go into each one, but basically said you really just need to come to campus and be a good person, a kind person, an honest person, and you'll be fine. You can look at the list. I assume you can read those, even if you're looking at this video on a phone screen or whatever. But basically, it's anything that you would expect to get in trouble for, you can get in trouble for at SC4. And unlike high school, where you may just get a 3-day suspension or a 1-week suspension or whatever it might be, with many of these things, you very well could be kicked out of the college, because college is voluntary. They don't have to accept you. You don't have to go there. And so they could just say, you're done here. And if that's the point, then if that's the case, then you're back at your high school or you're finished with the middle college. Okay, so keep that in mind. Just be a good person. Don't mess around, and you should be fine. Mrs. Burst talked about what's called academic standing at the college level, and this is true of any college you'll go to. Students are expected to make what they call satisfactory academic progress towards the completion of their degree or degrees. Now, if your grade point average falls below 2.0, which is a C average, if it falls below that at any semester, If your cumulative does, you'll be placed on academic warning, and you have that next semester to bring your grade point above 2.0, above a C average. If you do not, and if your grade point, your college grade point, stays below a 2.0 for 2 semesters, you are then suspended from taking classes for 1 semester. You cannot take college classes, and we cannot get the college to let you take college classes, okay? So that's a big consequence. So we want you to start strong. If for some reason your GPA, and this can happen, it slips a little bit below a 2.0, you just want to make sure you work really hard, and we will work with you to help you go above 2.0 the next semester, and then you'll be back on good, satisfactory academic standing, okay? If you're not sure about your grades at any point during the semester, talk to your instructor. We will work with you guys about learning how to calculate your grade based on papers and scores that you've been given back, and based on the grading system your instructors use. So if you're not sure what you're getting, come see one of us, and we can help you estimate your grade. Certainly you can talk to your instructor. Some are better than others at knowing exactly what you're getting at any given time. Mrs. Burrs pointed out that you really want to start strong and stay strong, but starting strong is so important. And she says basically that you start really with a 4.0 GPA. If you think about it, if you get 2 more A's your first 2 classes, then that 4.0 just kind of stays there with you. That's hard to maintain though, but still we want it above a 3.0 as long and as high as possible. So that was it. Mrs. Burse basically stressed the importance of asking questions. She says it's a tragedy to not ask questions. And it's pretty special that she, as the registrar, which is one of the top administrators at the college, a very important office, basically said any of you can call or email her if you have questions, and she'll get back in touch with you. She may need to direct your question to someone else, but chances are she'll answer it directly. So there you see her email address, and if you need a reminder of how to pronounce her name, she pronounces it to rhyme with nurse. So it's Carrie Burse, not Bears. Okay, so that's it for the SC4 Overview presentation. Thank you.